Okay, so right now we're going to do the skill Catheter Care. For this skill, you'll need a few things. We will need a water basin, 2 wash rags, towel for drying off, nice bath blanket, chuck to place under them, some gloves, and some soap, okay? So we'll get our supplies all gathered up and get ready to take them into the room. Then we will come into the room and we will go knock, knock, knock. Hello, my name is Jimmy. Are you Mr. Smith? You are? Wonderful. I'm here to clean your catheter. So the first thing I'm going to do is wash my hands and provide for privacy. And then I'm going to get some water, nice warm water in my basin. Then raise these rails and raise the bed for good body mechanics, okay? Which it needs to be waist high for that. So we'll get the bed raised up here. Make sure you raise the bed to proper height when you do this. It's very important. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my supplies here with this. I'm going to lay my bath blanket down over them. Remove this top layer of linens, okay? Just like this. Put my gloves on. Now remember, I have my warm water here, I have my chuck and my soap and towels and wash rags, but the first thing we need to do, if you want to get closer and look at this, you can. First thing we need to do is look at this, okay? We have to make sure that everything is hooked up nice and neat. So before we start, the catheter should come around with no kinking. It should be attached to the thigh. The tube should not be kinked as well, it should be hooked to the bed, and the bag should be right here with no kinking, hooked to the actual frame and not the rail laying on the floor, okay? So, after we've done that check, we will take our chuck. I like to lay the chucks just this way across them. It doesn't matter which way you do it, just my preference. Now we're going to move this guy and lace this chuck under him without pulling the catheter. We gotta be very careful not to pull the catheter. We'll lay this down, pull them up. Then we are going to expose the area, okay? Now, usually we will work in such a fashion as this. Move this up, move this up, back and forth this way. But I'm going to leave it open for you guys to see, okay? Now, I've got my soap, my towel, my washcloth. Now remember, there's 2 ways to do this. One, there's the method of 4 corners. You can use the 4 different parts of the wash rag, or you can do the wrap around, tuck it in, make a nice mitten out of the deal, okay? So we get some water, some soap on here. I'm going to actually check this to make sure it's not kinked and pull. I'm going to pull it out as far as it will go without hurting him and without tugging too much. I'm going to pinch it at the meatus here. I'm going to take my washcloth and I'm going to clean 3 or 4 inches down the catheter, okay? Just like that, 3 to 4 inches starting here. You can wrap around it and hold it tight and clean it 3 or 4 inches. What that does is when this cath moves in and out, it will allow it to be clean. Then we will switch rags. Make a nice mitt again with our clean water, and we will rinse this off. Same thing, clean it all the way down, okay? I will pat dry. Make sure not to rub, make sure not to pull this tube, pull anything loose. If anything is loose, you need to go find the nurse and tell the nurse. Make sure that it is hooked to the leg. Make sure it is all not kinked up, and we will cover them over, just like that. Raise this over without pulling. Take the chuck out. Pull the gown down. We are going to raise these blankets up, keeping him nice and covered. nice and covered. Now I'm going to take my gloves off. Now watch how we take these gloves off, okay? Because some people have asked how we do it. The first one you'll want to pinch right here in the nice meaty part of your hand. Pinch it, pull it, turn it inside out, just like that, okay? Wad it up in his hand, then you'll go with the other 2 fingers under the gloves, turn it inside out, just like that. Easy peasy. Raise this rail. That rail is raised. I'm gonna lower my bed down. Make sure they have everything they need. Tell them, all right, Mr. Smith, I am finished. If you need anything, just let me know. Don't forget to use your call light and tell me. We will lower our rails. Get him nice here. Put his call light on his bed. Get my supplies, and I will wash my hands. And finally, I will report and record. That's it.